Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of Cast Pending. Today, The Simpsons and their predictions. Amazingly accurate. From some reports, they say 17 were accurately predicted, all from the 90s and ranging from the early 2000s all the way up to 2018 at the latest one, believe it or not. Today's host will be Marcus Aurelius. And obviously accompanying will be me, Smiles, and the Don.
Hello.
Hi.
So, Mark, want to kick us off?
With The Simpsons predictions and theories. What will we go for first? We go for the simple one to get out of the way. Good old Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, President Donald Trump.
Trump, yeah.
Donald J. Trump.
Comrade
man.
Trump.
Now, I recall they had one major prediction. They had two predictions in it. One which hasn't actually happened yet, but is set to happen this year.
What's that? What one's that?
Right. So the first one, if I recall correctly, is him becoming president of the United States.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They predicted this in, was it 1996?
We're about to find out, I think.
Marcus, the wealth of knowledge.
Our fact checker and researcher is just looking now. Bear with us a second.
Research pending.
Research pending. I like that. Very good. Cast pending, research pending.
No, that's actually not a bad one there, yeah.
The internet connection is obviously
I love how he had this all set up, and then as soon as I said, the first one was like, shit, I need to scroll. Find this information now. It's gone. God damn it.
It's always the way, though.
2000.
So they predicted that in the year 2000. And he became president in 2016.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But there is a theory I've seen as well. Imagine he was sitting watching The Simpsons in 2000 and he seen that they made him president. He was thinking, you know what, maybe I could run for president. Maybe that caused him to run for president.
But he could run for president, but the Simpsons have no control over him actually becoming the president. That's down to the people. Unless they watched the Simpsons episode and went, you know what, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I suppose, you could put it into people's minds, yeah.
On
A
that
little
note,
bit of subliminal messaging, maybe.
Yeah.
On the note of politics in the Simpsons predictions, there was one I saw, and it was an episode where it was the vote. They were voting for president. Who they wanted to be president. And basically, years later, they took a real life vote for president. And the states, you know, the map that shows whether the states are red or blue.
Yeah.
Well, basically, the map in the episode was exactly the same
as it was in reality. Yeah. Apparently, they also predicted a voting scandal in The Simpsons. Yeah. And that all happened during the voting of Trump becoming president. There was a big scandal saying half the votes weren't real. The other half was actually Russia messing with the digital votes in the American voting system. And it's very nail for nail on point, accurate. 16 years in the past,
That's the thing about them. They're so accurate.
The same one.
You think that they literally had a time traveler come back and tell them what happened.
The other
this is like making a great episode.
Huh?
I've seen statuses from people I know and people I don't know. Excuse me. On social media, and people are basically just saying Matt Groening or Groening, however you say his name, must be a time traveler.
Oh yeah, the producer.
Because he's come out, because the Simpsons have had so many predictions that have turned out to be real.
Apparently they had 17 accurate predictions. And That's what comes up when searched. So like 17 accurate ones, but it's not to say that they haven't had any more predictions. Like they did do that one with Trump when he was going down the escalator waving, and Homer was standing up, and there was like a sign, and the sign dropped, and then in reality, exactly as shown in The Simpsons, a sign dropped. There was a child.
Yeah.
Trump was coming down the escalator. It was exactly as it was in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, again, yes, it was 16 years ago. It could have been planned to look like that. But I mean, 16 years is a lot of time.
Would you bother as well?
Like, what the hell's the point? Oh, The Simpsons said I have to do it. Maybe I have to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I probably wouldn't put it past Trump to actually do that. But besides the point, that was a pretty accurate description and prediction as well. Like, you know,
I was astounded by that one.
Yeah.
That one. That one almost blew all the rest of them out of the water for me. I was whoa.
My favorite one though is the Higgs boson one with Homer solving it.
The God particle. Yeah.
The God particle. Yeah. To me, that's my favorite because that's just, especially if all the characters to do it, but still, it's just, it must have been just complete chance, or did they actually get someone on who kind of knew their stuff and they accidentally worked it out? Like, you wouldn't know.
No.
Like, as I say, all these predictions are, so accurate. Like, was that planned? Like, did they kind of know it was near enough and they just kind of got it?
Yeah, they aired that episode in like 1999, and the God particle, or the Higgs boson particle, was discovered 14 years later in 2013, actually. Like, that's mad. That's serious. And I wouldn't mind, except it was CERN that apparently discovered it, which is, the American Research Center for, tactical and biological warfare.
Yeah.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Miles just winked at us.
Yeah, no, that's a whole other topic. But like that 14 years. Like, that's mad. And I wouldn't mind, but like it's a real thing. So like, how could a cartoon creator or producer or director come up with something? Oh, this would be fun as a scribble. I mean, that would be one hell of a coincidence.
Yeah, it's just, to me, like, imagine, that's another thing. Imagine the ones that were working on it just sat down and randomly decided to watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And they see that on the screen, they're thinking, hold on, this kind of makes a bit of sense. And then they kind of they obviously gathered around and put it together and worked out that,
like, I'm sure, right. Like, I'm sure if you went back to like some of the Simpsons, the later episodes, the newer ones, like the early like 2000s or something, maybe between 90s to late 90s to early 2000s, and keep going up to like the Now series, right? I'm sure you would find some seriously creepy predictions that come true and that actually have happened. Like the best one, coronavirus. Right now, get this, right? In an episode that was aired in I think it was 2000. I think it was when they aired this one. They predicted, what they said in the show was the China flu. No, what it was, right, was that in the show, a Chinese person sneezed, and it was in the box. They sealed it and they sent it to the US, where they had ordered the package. So it arrived over there, and then the entire town of Springfield was like getting absolutely like destroyed. Everyone was getting cold. And then what did they say on it? They said the best way to avoid it is to stay indoors. I was like, oh my God.
Exact words.
I was like, what did we do just for a year? They literally predicted the coronavirus.
Well, we worked.
That's fair. We did. But for the majority of the planet.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's mad.
Stay in, save lives.
That's creepy accurate, especially when it says it came from China.
Yeah, not only did they predict the place of origin, they predicted the fallout of it, the result of it.
It's mad.
That's definitely that leads me to believe that there might have been prior knowledge to
It's true.
a lot of things. A lot of things that have happened in the world that the Simpsons have predicted.
Here's one for you now, right? Here's one for this year, 2021. It says on the tombstone, Donald Trump, the now last president of the United States, is set to pass away this year. Will it happen? And if it does, will that freak everyone out?
It would freak me out because I don't think Trump seems very good for his age. Not healthy, but he seems, he's stable on his feet. He's not like Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not stable on his feet. He's gone. He seems like he's not there mentally.
He seems like he's almost going senile in certain videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. But the same
and he's
time,
not much older than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like Trump's hair is amazing for his age as well, isn't it?
That is such a fucking wig.
That is a wig. There's got to be a wig.
Oh, 100%.
It used to be a blonde possum.
Yeah.
But no, seriously now, if this happens, no, I don't wish any bad heart on the guy. Like if he makes it through 2021 class, great. I don't give two flipping shits. But if he does pass on, that's extremely accurate for the year to be like engraved on a tombstone in an animated cartoon.
Yeah.
I need to find that episode of The Simpsons because I need to find out. I need to see if it tells us or shows us how he died. Because if he dies the same way in real life, that's it. Matt Groening is a fucking time traveler to me.
Yeah, like.
Or a psychic.
So according to the interwebs here, The Simpsons predicts Donald Trump's death on August 27th, 2020, except on the actual episode, the tombstone says 2021. So that has to be like maybe a pre-edit before the episode's airing.
That's not long for when this podcast goes out.
So what, August? He's meant to die.
Yeah. Oh my God.
August the what? 24th, did you say?
Says 24th there. That's very strange.
I'm almost excited.
Research pending.
Research pending.
Research pending, isn't that right?
Please wait a moment.
Is there singing Father Ted Ave Maria in the background and that?
Right, so like most of these sites are saying that it's August 27th.
Right.
It says predicted August 27, 2020, but on the tombstone in the episode, it does say 2021. So either everyone doesn't know how to read.
When he had COVID though, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
We got over it.
Supposedly.
He got over it.
He was taking that quadrimoxicillin or something that they hydrochloroquine, yeah.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
I wouldn't mind. He took that and apparently cured him in like 3 days. And then as soon as he said like, oh, it works, they took it out of pharmacies. It used to be over-the-counter drugs and you can't buy it anymore.
Yeah. No, because it was easily curable with that.
Imagine. Like, come on. But anyway, that's another topic.
Yeah, let's save that.
Anyway, Trump, apparently it's between August 24th and August 27th, 2021. Swear to God, if this prediction comes true and we're after saying it on the podcast, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah, I have to put a reminder on my phone.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that. Put a reminder on your phone.
Is it bad that I'm excited?
Is it bad what?
Is it bad that I'm excited?
I mean, no.
I just want to know whether it's going to come true or not. If it comes true, then I don't know. It's just insanity. What are you reading there, Mr. Researcher?
I am trying to find that exact episode scene where it actually shows us the tombstone. I literally had it about 20 minutes ago and I can't see it.
Yeah, it's probably been deleted off the interweb now.
They found it.
The NSA were listening in.
The NSA, the CIA, the FBI, they're all about to break in my fucking window.
All them 3-letter agencies.
How are you, folks? Hope you are all keeping well.
Smiles is about to get swat bust in his house.
Imagine that on audio, like just everyone just, what the fuck?
Get on the ground.
And just look at the window just to see if I can see anyone trying to climb up a ladder.
Imagine.
Do you have an Irish version of SWAT here?
Yeah, it's just called the Armed Garda Síochána.
Right.
They've got arms this time, you know.
The Americans know how to really make it sound cool, you know?
Yeah.
Right, so come on, tell me another prediction we got going on here. We've done enough for Trump. We have August 24th to 27th for Trump.
Well, apparently they also predicted the horse meat scandal.
That's right.
I
remember this. I remember actually watching that episode and they were like, oh, there's horse meat being sold in replacement of cow meat. And Homer was like, not bad.
Yeah. It was in the cafeteria in Springfield Elementary as well. Lunch lady Doris is throwing it in, no bother.
Yeah.
And then apparently it, well, especially in Ireland now, it was a big deal.
It was in England too.
Was it as well? Yeah. Oh, well, believe it.
Yeah.
Wonder, like, as many people know us. I wonder.
Everyone lost their shit in England. They were like, "Oh my god, we've been eating horse meat. Oh, it's disgusting."
We all just
turned
turned around
when you were eating it, were you?
And we were
That's
just
what I was thinking.
No, we were just like, sure, it'll be a little bit tougher.
Yeah. Thoroughbred.
I mean,
yeah, that's the difference there.
To be fair, who in their right mind in the ancient time decided that cow looks delicious? If I cut it up and I cook it on a fire, that's going to taste nice. So what's to say someone couldn't have turned around and went, if a cow tastes that good, what about a fucking stallion?
I was thinking, just when you say about
pure muscle,
just when you say about the cow, I'd be thinking, but then also, why would you look at a cow and think, I wonder what the stuff comes out?
Someone obviously did.
Or tastes like.
Is it true?
And you're like,
oh.
In fairness, great prediction, but still.
Here's a good one. Season 25, episode 16. You don't have to live like a referee, right? Predicted in 2014, the FIFA corruption scandal.
Yes.
Oh yeah, with Sepp Blatter.
Mr. Blatter.
Yeah, that came through a year later.
Yeah.
It's like everything was planned. I remember this. Everything was meant to be planned out to who would win, who would lose, who would win the finals. It was disastrous.
When you think about it, though, 4 years ago, they had an octopus predicting it. And he got it all right. Because he predicted against his own team. And I think it was against his own team. Well, no, I think he predicted against his own team at one stage and they killed him. Something like that, yeah. Paul the Octopus.
It's an octopus.
He was predicting every game right.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then 2014, and they just said, you know what? We don't need the octopus. We'll just do it ourselves. Maybe Paul the Octopus was controlled by Sepp Blatter. You never know. That's another episode, though.
True. That one is actually a big one there. FIFA alone. That's only a year in the difference. Like, I mean, the other ones.
Yeah, that was huge.
14 years, but like a year. That's mad.
It's like they just kind of said, yeah, that's gonna happen next year, grand.
Or what about the Disney Fox takeover?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 20th Century Fox, sponsored by Disney. That was this is a weird one. This was season 10, episode 5. When you dish upon a star, predicted in 1998, right, and came true in 2017. This when Disney bought 20th Century Fox Pictures. And I wouldn't mind. They now own nearly, I'm going to say, an easy 25 to 30% of like all those seriously big companies.
Yeah.
They have their own damn streaming service now. I wouldn't be surprised if they flipping own all media by the end of fucking 2030.
Yeah, it'll just be a monopoly.
And if they do, then you can all come back to this podcast and Smiles would have predicted that.
This is our prediction. By 2030, Disney will own every major film-based company, including Netflix.
Bold.
2030. That gives them, what, 9 years? Or 8.5 years? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. They've been buying up loads.
And they're making fucking loads of money.
Oh, yeah.
They're killing it.
It's like they're buying the right things, the right time.
This is true.
Like you said, the streaming service.
Maybe they're using the Simpsons predictors to know when to buy the right company at the right time.
Message
I
says,
think-
hey, give me a prediction episode.
I think there should be someone just sat watching every single new episode of The Simpsons that comes out and taking note.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is. And they're able to like predict exactly which episode and what year and so on and so forth. Like, apparently they predicted something in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so I call hearing about this,
And
I can't remember.
Dragon's Fiery Rampage on Game of Thrones. Season 29, episode 1, The Surfer Sons.
They
Predicted
how it would end.
Yeah.
Basically.
So it was predicted in 2017, came true in 2019. Yeah. So the final scenes of the episode, The Bells.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen the last season of Game of Thrones.
No, we're not allowed. No, because I know there's going to be people that watch this that haven't seen it, and I'm one of them. But I already know what happens.
Right. So
we're not going to say it, but The Simpsons predicted it. Oh, if you want to know about it, go and watch it and finish it.
Great series.
What a fun time to live when a cartoon can predict real life events. Right. The 2020 Experience. Season 4. Jeez, this is going well back.
Oh my god, that's from the first.
Episode 21, Marge in Chains. Predicted 1993. That's a year after my book.
I wasn't even alive.
Damn. Came true in 2020. And the prediction was murder hornets.
That's right.
And actually is fact. There is actually a murder hornet. There was an outbreak in America. They measured something like 3 or 4 inches in length. They were monstrous.
Yeah, they were massive. Yeah.
Size. And like, that was just creepy. I remember seeing a picture of him. I was like, no.
No, I saw a picture. Honestly, if they'd have come near me, I would have taken off down the street.
I wouldn't mind, but they even actually called them in reality murder hornets. They even called them in The Simpsons murder hornets. I mean, fair enough. I mean, they probably got the idea from it if they do know about it, but like if they didn't and it was just pure fluke, like it's the American way. What do? They kill things. Do they have remorse? No. We'll call them murder hornets. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's another one. Look at Crash Bandicoot. He's a bandicoot that crashed into things. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
America design games.
Yeah, America.
Hello to our friends across the pond.
That just made me think of America. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's Team America.
Yeah.
The world's greatest film in the puppet category. Because I swear to God, that accurately predicts everything that's going on in America at that time. I mean, they had everything. They had, not giving a shit. They had racism, which was frowned upon now, frowned upon then. but could still be laughed at.
Things you can't make jokes about now.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they banned it. Could you?
I wouldn't be surprised if it get banned.
Just think about it. Actually, just while we're on the topic of that, imagine a show or episode or something that was banned because apparently, obviously the show was based around, something like, someone got offended because they said they were a woman in the episode or something like that, right? It was banned. If you owned that on DVD, you would be a billionaire.
Sure, that's Family Guy. Family Guy abortion episode. It was only aired in the UK. They never aired it in the US.
Oh my God, I remember this.
Yeah.
Family Guy what?
Like you could watch it. I used to watch it on BBC 3, I think it was on.
Repeat that again.
Abortion, the Family Guy abortion episode.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, no, apparently I've seen it a few times on BBC 3. Yeah, it's about, I think, Ziggy the Zygotes in it. And it's about Lois, she becomes a surrogate for these two that couldn't have kids, to her old friend. And they both die. They both win the lottery and die. And then they're on about will she keep it, will she not?
Yeah.
And Peter's mind was completely changed through the episode, typical. And at the end of the episode, they're all talking about the kid, and then Peter just turns around and goes, "We got the abortion," but like they're showing bits of like how it goes and things, and like apparently all they did in the US was do a live table reading, the voice actors.
Okay.
So they couldn't actually show it on TV.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's not actually happening. And I've seen it, like, because it's been on obviously UK. Well, we're Ireland here, but UK TV.
Yeah, we're a little bit more flexible. We don't really give a shit. And
yeah, we just, as long as the TV's good, we watch it.
Before we absolutely get mauled to death by everyone that takes offense to that, right? Grow the fuck up and cop onto yourself.
Yeah.
Christ, it's a joke. You know those things we used to tell in the 90s and the early 2000s where you'd laugh? It's called dark humor. Get used to it. It's making a return.
Imagine.
Oh, here.
You could never tell some of the jokes you could then.
But anyway, another topic. Back to the Simpsons. So, I think is there another prediction? Or
the only other one I could find was from the Simpsons movie. Apparently, at one stage, Marge, she was threatening to reveal government secrets, and that led to her being shown a room full of government, officials, or like, working for the government, and they were apparently listening into people's like phone calls and things.
I recall this. Yeah, it was actually true. They were recording everything that was said on the phone. To do it, they still do it.
Yeah. They're spot
That's
on.
the whole thing of Edward Snowden.
If you have a smartphone, they're listening to you. They record everything. How do you think Facebook reacts? Like, you say you want a fast car, you look on Facebook, you scroll through, bloody everything is about selling of cars. You say you want to have a child. Next thing, everything is like, this helps you have a child. This fucking, you don't want to have a child. Oh, look, safety protections. I'm going to look at my Facebook now. It's just going to be absolutely like mauled with shite I don't want. What's the bet? Come on. Like, I'm sure everyone will be loving the bet on this and be like, oh, well, he's already done it. I can't vote.
Right. Well, I think you should say Cast Pending is a great podcast. Oh, look, it's come up on our YouTube. Yeah. Great.
And the first thing that comes up on my thing is a rocket, Mustangs.
I'll do too.
And a Facebook dating or something. What the fuck is this shit? I literally mentioned 3 things and Facebook starts like literally sharing 1,000 on it. It's like ridiculous.
So annoying.
TV shows and Liverpool FC for me.
Well, that's because you just watch football all the time.
I know. Yeah.
We promise. We promise. Although Mark supports Liverpool FC, he's not a bad guy. How
was the other Sunday, lad? How was the other Sunday?
You're gonna go low, are you, Mark? Is that how it is?
Marcus, it doesn't matter because the Don is half Italian and half English.
He was cheering for England. He was cheering
I
for
win.
England.
I was cheering for England, but ultimately, I win either way, don't I?
Yeah, well, you could swing. Right.
The
Last
rudeness.
one.
I was gonna
Last
say
one.
Simpsons is
Last one
Pick
for
up
The
Simpsons.
Simpsons, right? Last one. Season 6, episode 19, Lisa's Wedding. Predicted in 1995 and came true in 2014. This is brilliant. The smartwatch. The same time, actually, the same time was FaceTime in the same episode.
What a smart prediction.
You know, you could call someone and you could see them on the screen. And what can we do today? We can literally keep in contact with anyone we want, see them over a computer screen based on cameras, vocal mics, everything.
And even on a fucking smart watch.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have one there. I can watch YouTube videos on it and everything. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But like, imagine, like just everyone, just take a second, right? Think back to like the early 90s or the early 2000s or whatever damn year you're freaking from. Like I came from a time when we used dial-up. You couldn't use the internet and call from your house phone at the same time. You had to either be on one or the other. Right? I remember the black and white screens and having to like type here, type here. I remember when Google was in its infancy. I was a child while the internet was still only being created for us publics, the people.
You're actually older than Google, aren't you?
Am I? When was Google made?
When was Google made?
All I remember is
Research pending.
This is going to be a running thing now. Research pending, isn't it?
Research pending.
Please bear with us. Research pending.
Yeah, the internet just doesn't want to cope with me.
I just looked and I found another ad. Apparently, I talked about rum.
No, that was me.
There you go.
I forget what it even was. What was it? Oh yeah, how old is Google? How old? Research pending.
Here's an interesting thing about Google, right? Is that wasn't Google made by Elon Musk and who's that guy who created Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
Yeah, him. Everyone's going to be like, how the fuck did he forget who Bill Gates is?
I was thinking that myself. I thought you were messing.
No, PayPal was made by Elon Musk, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was PayPal. That's what it was.
The founders of Google are Larry Page and Sergey Brin, and Google is 22 years old. It was created in it was created on the 4th of September 1998.
1998, right? So that was Google.
So I'm older than Google.
I am older than Google. I was born in 1992.
I'm older than Google.
I was 6. I remember using Google when it started. Holy damn!
I was a month old.
I think I was actually 8. I was 7 or 8. I think it was when we got the computer in the house. So I was like, it was either a year out at the time. Oh my god, I am old.
We are also Smiles. We are also older than eBay and Yahoo.
Wait, what? When was Yahoo made?
Yahoo was made in 1994, the year I was born.
What the
Sorry, I'm not older than it. It's older than me by 1 month, but you're older than it.
I'm 2 years older than Yahoo. Woo!
You're supposed to say Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Yahoo, I think it is.
Cough, copyright pending. I was older than it. I said it. It's okay.
Copyright pending.
There you go.
That's mad. You just don't realize this stuff until you start thinking about it. Imagine if like the Simpsons predicted some like our deaths.
There are a few that the Simpsons have predicted that haven't yet come true, obviously, but with time, who knows? One is the colonization of Mars, but we're looking at that now.
I haven't seen that episode.
No, well, we're looking at that now. We're looking at colonizing Mars, so that could come true soon enough.
Well, like to be fair, like the Simpsons predicted the colonization of Mars, right? That's fair. But I think the only person that's actually pushing for colonization of Mars is Elon Musk.
Yeah,
pushing for
Jeff
like
Bezos.
200-person Starship to be built in orbit and launched, or even ground and launched from the ground up and then head over.
Yeah.
NASA has been getting cuts and cuts and cuts. They went from 2025 being Mars to 2040, 2045. Like they're constantly having to push it back because the American budget cuts them. And yet, if you look at the blacklist of American military like spending, it's trillions of dollars. Trillions doesn't even exist. Right? We have billionaires that shouldn't be billionaires. We have millionaires that shouldn't be billionaires. Shouldn't be millionaires. Trillions of dollars. That's after billionaire. That is
A lot of money.
No one should have that much money, let alone a freaking blacklisted military unit. I'd love to see the Simpsons predict something based on the US military. Like I don't know, maybe like a collapse of internal blacklisting budgets, or like someone hacks in and just like releases all of the documents they have on their like super secret, top secret agenda kind of stuff, and everyone gets it. I mean, to be fair, everyone who reads it and believes it will be seen as a conspiracy theorist. I know the fuck I am. I'm like, oh, you don't want to take the vaccine? Now you a conspiracy theorist? It's like,
same.
I am.
Yeah, same.
The difference between me and the majority of people is I am. But I'll admit that anyway. So but the America doesn't have like the blacklist program. I was like, please, the Simpsons can predict things from 20 years ago. Fucking right, they have a blacklist program. Maybe they're using it.
Matt Groening, we're looking at you here. What can you do?
Boom. All right, everybody, that's time for this episode. We are so thankful for you for joining us today. So have a good luck, good evening, good day, good year, and hopefully it won't fall apart like last year in 2020. Although in saying that, there were still good things that came out of it. Now, good luck from me, Smiles.
Ciao.
And me, and good luck to Mr. Trump.
Madness.